DL Trader here with today's trade recap. It's Tuesday, the 18th of December. Didn't do one yesterday. Not much to speak about, not much action, so just didn't feel it was necessary. But today, a little bit more going on. Wanted to do a quick recap. Some interesting stuff happening with my trading, and some improvements to be made. Definitely improvements to be made. I think to really start capturing some gains. Doing well, sort of done well and not losing money, but feel like I'm missing out on a lot of potential. So just going to run over these today. Just two trades today, MRIN and BOIC. I actually traded these pretty much simultaneously as BOIC, which was tricky because normally I do take one trade at a time, get into position, start letting it run, and then move on to another one. But today, these two popped up just exactly at the same time, so I tried to trade two of them, and it was slightly tricky, which could be partly to blame. But I want to improve, so why not try and trade two at once? So let's take a look at MRIN first. And talk through what happened here. So both stocks had SSR on, so did sort of short these with a bit more caution than normal. And let's just take you back and let's have a look, walk it through. Sorry. So morning ramp, really nice first entry and an add into that pot. Morning push from 4.3 up to 4.8. Let me just put my crosshairs on. You can see what I'm talking about. So first entry in here, add up higher. Let me just look at the executions. Yeah, so same size, quarter size. So in half, into the rip. Stock pulls back and get a really nice cover of pretty much half that position. So in a quarter, up to a half size, out half of that. So at this point, I'm in still quarter size. Moving forwards, so covering here, it ripped out, and I was thinking about shorting more up here, but decided not to. I didn't want to stop out up here and get that kind of, stop out into the higher day stuff. So, but I didn't want to start adding to the losers. So just was sort of sitting on my hands, waiting to see what happened. And as I say, also trying BIOC. So just let it go. Instantly got this pullback back down here under VWAP. So at this point, I'm thinking, right, backside's in. Let's short the next bounce for the backside move, which is exactly what I did in here. Now the problem is I probably put the add on a bit too quickly, and it just gave me this candle here gave me that reason to exit. I didn't want to start waiting for this move up here and start stopping out high of day. That's a big kind of 20-30 cent move, and then I took a big loss. So stopped out here because I felt like it was going to go up higher and then wanted to re-add short. Problem is it turned out to be a little stuff move, and then it had that massive pullback. So slightly unlucky perhaps, but maybe not the best ads here. So I think that for me, what I can take away from this trade and the other trade I'm about to talk about is that I've got to be a bit more scalpy with the front side and then really scaling on the back side. So when it washed down to here, that's a big wash, $5 down to 4.5. So really should have took some more off there, and then that would allow me that add back on the bounce and not stop out there. So the good thing was after the FFN yesterday, I did learn to get back in when the opportunity presents itself. So after this big wash, I was thinking longs are now underwater, going to look into exit. It couldn't bounce, so took another short, risking just above this level here. So really tight stop. I didn't want to start taking another loss doing this chase. Got that nice drop, so started covering into the washes. Tried to really milk this one and thinking it would perhaps do a DFFN and go on and fade off into the close, into back to where it came from. So trying to short back on the pops, covering the washes. But eventually I just got stopped out, put this stop on, left the screens, and it hit. So didn't get much more fade. So never mind, you know, but managed to take this one from a red trade into a green trade. Actually took me green on the day, so pretty happy with that. Next trade, BOIC, similar, like I said, so short into the rip, but this time I was early, so forced to stop out. Correct decision. Then it set up again. It's a new short, really nice entry, covered into the wash, which was really good. Then again, that add on that bounce, causing me to stop out some here and some here. These should be, you know, this wash should be covers, and sorry about that, and then these should be adds. So just need to, you know, get that scalp going in the front side, short the rips, cover the washes, rinse and repeat, recycling the shares, perhaps slightly, just to allow that size, and then hold for the backside, and then start to scale in and be patient. So this one as well, after I stopped out, big wash, managed to get back in short for the backside after it couldn't bounce. Really tight risk again, just above VWAP, and got a nice wash, covered some, added back on the bounce, and then again, unfortunately stopped out. Wanted to keep my risk really tight, so stopped out here and missed that move down. Overall, green day, but you know, work to be done. Scalp more front side, and then what I'm doing on the back side is fine. You know, actually today is probably a good tool for me, you know, to think, well, if I was in here short and got the pullback, add into my winner on these bounces and be patient. You know, these are not ads, these are you know, first entries. So if I can trade a first entry here and get a good trade, then you know, it should be much easier to get these as adds to a good average. Okay, I hope this was helpful for some of you guys who short. Try shorting like I do. Be back at it tomorrow. Cheers.